Well,
Great.
welcome back to Did You Read the Group Chat, the only podcast that is the only place you can check 2 bags for free on your flight.
Oh.
Yep. Oof.
As we go,
We
We
remember
all the
all the
bags
bags we took
Check
together.
this is a big moment for us. You know, we are a traveling podcast. We
The
talk about leisure and
downfall
travel.
A traveling troop of bandits are we.
The downfall of Southwest Airlines. I took a moment today to go to their.
Oh.
No, it came up on my Instagram feed. And I don't even think I've ever remembered anything
damn.
from Southwest coming
Cup
on my
is-
Instagram feed.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Southwest.
I want to travel.
They did a post about flying with dogs 2 days ago, but the comment section is
Oh, girl.
flooded.
Oh.
It is so funny, and so it's just the CEO went on to one of the news outlets today to talk about it, and he was like, "We just have to look for our future," and I was like, "None of this makes sense. You are losing your identity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this for the future."
Because now you're
No.
just Spirit.
Now you're just Spirit.
Right.
Now you're just
There's
nickel and
nothing-
Now you're
dime.
just Spirit, and I have to take. There's a connecting flight
Right.
Yes.
always. I don't know, girls. I feel like we are watching in real time the dissolution of the staple millennial brands are just
Yeah.
screwing themselves over.
Yeah.
Target's like,
Target.
hey,
Target.
Yep.
Target.
yep, they're all going away. We're
Mhm.
watching in real time implode. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
we
what
were
I just said
talking-
the other day? I was like, in 5 years, this will not exist anymore.
Netflix.
Yeah, I was like, I think Netflix won't. Maybe 10 years, but I was like, Netflix won't exist anymore. They don't make anything good. They don't keep around the things that
The
randomly
art.
pop off. They just made this movie with Chris Pratt and what's her name from
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. They spent $340 million and no one has seen it. I just I'm cackling. None of it. It's all dying.
They've lost what they're supposed to be. They can have their cheesy reality show moments, but the fact that they're trying to make now good art, I think they've lost the plot of who they are a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that thing of we can just do everything. So then the goal is that you can just come and
You
get
just
rid
have
of
a Netflix
everything,
subscription,
and you
yeah.
just have your Netflix subscription. But it's well, then all of your shows will disappear someday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway,
Anyway, we're losing
Southwest
our beloved
is-
brands.
trash.
Trash.
Do they think people were flying Southwest because it was a good experience?
No, it's the
Yeah.
free bags, Diva.
Because it's the bags. Because
It's
truly,
the bags.
bags.
I was talking to one of our listeners today because they had posted something about it. Lauren had posted something about it, and I was like, the only reason we fly Southwest, because Joe famously hates Southwest,
Jace also
because
hates
I
it.
am
I hate
fighting,
Southwest.
I'm fighting for my life to get him the few seats that have extra leg room.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
he is a tall boy. So I am fighting for my life. And the only reason we use him is okay, well, I mean, we're going to New England. We need our extra bags for all, because we're going to be there a week. And
Sweaters.
I need
Got a
every
bento.
sweater. We got to bring
And
our
the
Christmas presents back.
Yes.
And it just makes economic sense, she's a little bit cheaper, and then the bags are free, so great. But now that bags ain't free,
What's the
Let's just-
point?
Right. Well,
Let's
and
just
like
get
for the
that
past
Delta
few
card.
years, the fares haven't been cheaper. Like the
No, they
fares
have
like
not
are
been cheap.
comparable to like United and Delta.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the
I
only
was
thing that was comparable was like, oh, well, my bag's free, or
That's
like
the thing.
right,
you
right,
can
right.
count
You
that
don't have
in.
to
Like,
count
well,
that.
okay,
Yes.
I'll pay the extra $50-$70 because at least I can check in 2 bags.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
But
yeah.
you will have to fly at 5 a.m. You will have to be at
You do have to fly at
5:05 a.m.
Because if you
Uh-huh.
fly at a normal time, it is a $700
Difference.
one-way flight.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oof.
I mean, shout out to them, I guess. Good luck, girls. Hope it works
good
out for
luck.
you.
So we already bought tickets for Pizza Rizzo. Does that mean that that flight I will have to pay bags extra, or are we
No,
grandfathered
it's not
in?
until the end of May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So any flights purchased after like May 30th or whatever the day is.
Mhm.
So up until then,
Okay.
as long as you purchased it before May 30th, then
So
you're
that'll be our last free bags.
last-
Free.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't even take advantage of it, but we know I don't like to check a bag, so
No, and it pissed
it's
Miranda
still-
off.
Oh my God, you
Every
guys.
time we choose
when
to check
they
our bag.
complain about checking a bag and
What did
something
we complain?
happens,
Did we complain?
I'm like,
No, we were just sharing that we checked a
There
bag.
were no complaints.
okay.
Because I love the guys, let's just I would make a LaGuardia podcast. And I would
Let's live from LaGuardia.
in this
Live
house
from
we-
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
It's Didgery, the group chat.
And you know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Mm.
then have you fly Delta next time you fly into LaGuardia.
Mm.
And Jason and I will be there, and baby, we're going into that lounge. It's
Oh
a-
my God,
Wow.
yes.
It's so good. It's such a good
Well,
lounge.
we can go that one, and then RJ and I can get us into the United.
Yes, we have our
Lounge.
2 free
Let's
passes
compare.
of the year.
Let's do it. Oh my God,
Yeah.
amazing.
wow, one per year.
We'll fly Delta there, United back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great.
I always love when they're like
And then we'll take
complimentary
we'll take-
Wi-Fi. I'm like, the
We'll take a
airport
shuttle to
has complimentary
JFK, and we'll
Wi-Fi.
stay at the TWA
The
1950s hotel.
TWA.
You know, I really want to go.
That's
we
all
really
we do
are
the
an
whole
airport
weekend.
podcast. I don't know what to tell you guys. We are and at this state, at the current state of flying, girl,
I just saw.
you need our optimism.
She needs a
Yes.
podcast.
You need us.
I saw someone on TikTok talking about how MCO sucks to fly out of because each gate will have like 10 seats that you can sit in
Oh
around
my
They're
it.
looking
God.
specifically at the Delta terminal because there
Mm.
is literally the end of the terminal. There are 5 gates.
Yeah.
And I am not kidding when I say there are at least 3 flights of those 5 gates operating at the same time
Mhm.
at all
Uh-huh.
times. It is either none or all that they have something.
Great.
None
So
or
I knew
all.
exactly. I think I saw that exact TikTok, and I was like, I know exactly where you are, my girl.
Where you are.
My girl,
I
my
had
sis,
I had a
my good
panic attack
sis.
there. My
My
sister.
sister.
Is that where you famously met Casey for the first time, or no? What terminal
No, that was
that?
the Southwest terminal.
Southwest.
Southwest
Oh,
terminal.
see,
May she
Southwest.
rest.
Southwest.
We
My-
have
my
memories,
brought us
Southwest, and you're
moments.
willing to just
You brought us moment. I know.
you're just willing to
Oh.
throw that away for a couple $1 billion in extra revenue? Disgusting.
Disgusting.
But the craziest part is they're not going to bring the prices of the tickets down.
No.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
No.
the craziest part. It's not like it's gonna be like, well, now to account for it, like what? If anything, just go down to one bag.
One. That's
free
the thing.
check
Going
bag.
from 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Fine. I
Yeah.
understand. I get it.
Yeah.
In this economy.
That's like when you have a card in the airline. That's usually what you get. Is like you get one
Yeah.
free check.
That's what they're
Yeah.
doing is if you have the card, you get one checked bag.
right. Then just do
Yeah.
that,
But-
girl.
But also maybe incentivize being a Rapid Rewards member. Be like,
That's
hey,
the thing. When they're like
Thank
A-list
you.
preferred still gets it, I'm like, it is a pain in the ass to be A-list preferred for
Yes.
Southwest.
you've got to be. I was telling Lauren this. You've got to be traveling a lot for that.
You're
Or I think
using it.
Yeah.
You're basically using it to like be your car. Like you're flying.
But if
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
you're
an
traveling,
A-list
and if
rewards
you're traveling
member,
that much, you're probably not packing that much because you're there
no,
for work.
honey, you're
right,
already
and I'm
used
not
to it.
flying
not-
Southwest.
and I'm not
I want
Yeah.
a better
Not-
experience.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
if I'm traveling for work, I'm sorry, y'all are getting me on Delta. Y'all are getting me
Delta,
points with some other
United,
airline
honey.
Yeah.
Yes.
because the
Even I won't
company's
even do
paying for
American
that.
anymore.
No,
Yeah, we're at that point, honey.
She's a mess.
Americans getting
I'm literally Delta. I was then Southwest, but no longer, and then Allegiant, I suppose. It's hard not. It's hard not to be when Des Moines is a hub.
Free, I get it.
Des Moines is a hub now, and
an
we're
Allegiant hub.
What
an
is it?
Allegiant hub.
What does it mean to be like
An
what? How
Allegiant
many?
hub.
Yeah. What is 6 flights a day? Like what does
I
that
don't.
mean?
So Des Moines. I don't know if you know this. You don't because you don't give a fuck. Des Moines
When
International
did you get
Airport
glued into that?
is under a complete
Oh my God.
transformation, and she
Oh.
will be opening, I believe, at the end of next year. But they're literally building a whole new terminal, a whole new it actually looks
Wow.
really lovely. If you look up renderings, it's going to be really nice.
Is it like
But it'll
a second terminal or just like they're replacing the
a
old terminal?
third terminal.
Oh,
But
I see.
they're and then they're replacing like all of where like the check-in baggage claim, they're building that as well.
Mhm.
So it's like they're building it in segments currently. But I don't it's going to look really nice. But then Allegiant is going to create a hub in Des Moines, and I think they're going to have like 10 or 15 direct flights out of there cuz right now they already do like 10, I think, direct flights out of Des Moines.
Okay.
Which is nice cuz famously we don't fly direct anywhere.
Anywhere.
I think we have like LaGuardia for Delta, and then it's like Vegas for Southwest, Phoenix for Southwest.
Probably Vegas for Allegiant too would be my guess.
Well, yeah, right. Like Allegiant is more so, but I'm just saying like the major
yeah.
airlines.
Mhm.
We really don't
Allegiant,
have anywhere.
That's
far
where you
enough.
fly your. That's where you fly your John Wayne.
Yep, that's where I go to California because yeah, she flies into
But Orlando is it now? Orlando.
Nope, they fly. Allegiant flies into Sanford. So I'm like, if Des Moines could be one of those Allegiant flights that goes into MCO, they're like starting. That would be lovely. I would do that, especially if it was just me flying. But no,
No.
Does Jace fly when he goes to Chicago, or does he drive?
he drives.
Wow. Well, he's used to driving though. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think for Mackenzie's bachelorette party, I think some people were flying, and I was like, to the act of driving to the airport, checking into a flight,
is 6
getting on a
hours.
flight, and then going to either O'Hare or Midway. That will be over 5 hours, and that's how long it
Yeah.
takes to drive.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts.
Because
Like,
you're
I don't
in
wanna-
the air for like 45 minutes, but then there's like
Yes.
taxiing, and if you taxi at O'Hare, it's like 30 solid
real.
minutes of taxiing. It's so long.
And then I'm like, okay, and then Ubering or taking the train from
Mhm.
either of those airports, like that makes me want to jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
So
If only that Amtrak went to Des Moines and not to Clinton. What is it called? That little town south of you?
Osceola or
Osceola.
oh my god, I've taken that Amtrak before. I think
I
I was like
looked at it last time. 'Cause I was
5
like,
hours delayed.
oh no.
Yeah, it was like going back to Loyola. I was pissed.
Pissed.
That was before the mega bus. Remember the mega bus? Did you guys ever ride a
Remember the
mega
mega
bus?
I
bus?
did
No,
it once.
I've never. You
I-
rode it to go
I rode it
to
to
Minnesota, right?
Mall of America.
Wow, from Chicago?
Wow.
Mhm.
In college.
Fine.
'Cause
Casey, have you ever been on a
Mom
mega
and I
bus?
had gone up.
No.
It is a double-decker bus that it's basically like a transport system. So there was one that would go from like downtown Chicago to Des Moines.
Uh-huh.
And it was only like a 3 or 4 year stint. It wasn't very long. But it's like
Yeah.
you get tickets for like 30, $50 and you just get on the bus and
Just hop on the mega bus.
hop on the mega bus.
Mhm.
And it was this big, ugly yellow and blue bus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, classic.
I
Good
mean,
times.
Yeah. I would maybe do
Casey's never
that.
been on a bus.
Oh, no, I've been on a bus, Mama, because Gloria had us on a Greyhound bus from Dallas, Texas to Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh God! What is that?
Oh, like
16?
overnight. Yeah, it's like 16 hours or
Oh.
something. And we could not all sit together. So like I was sitting with
Sitting
some
alone in a
Yes.
cross country bus as a
I'm-
child, I'm assuming.
I'm 18. I'm like 17 or 18 at this point. It's like it's
So
I
this
think
was
it
just
was
a couple years ago.
just a couple years
4 years
ago.
right?
I might have only been 17 cuz it was around I remember because we had to stay an extra day because my mother bought the wrong date for our return.
Oh.
So instead of tickets for Saturday, she bought them for Sunday. So we weren't going to get back until Monday. And I was like, "Mom, I have to go to school." And like I was so I did not want to miss a day of school because if you had perfect attendance, you did not have to take your final exams.
What?
And so
Oh, wait,
a
this-
lot is just opened up and explained. I'm realizing a lot about Casey right now.
That's
So
a
I-
wild incentive.
I said,
That's Texas.
I
schools.
need I need to not be
I need
absent.
to
Like
not- I need
so-
a clean record.
I need a clean record, and so to get
Oh,
I
right.
was gonna miss that day, and so here's what I did. I looked it all because we were gonna get back at like noon. I went and took a campus tour at the University of Dallas that afternoon so that I could get a note that said
Brilliant.
Casey is excused from school today. She was on a campus tour because you got one campus tour day. So I presented that note, and so I got that scratch from my record.
UT Nashville.
No. Like when
Oh,
we
it
got
was
back
leaving.
to
Oh,
we
I
got
was
back
like
to Texas at like noon, and so
University
we
of Tennessee,
immediately
Nashville, not
Oh,
University
I was
of
like
Texas,
University of
Nashville.
Texas, Nashville.
No, dumbass.
No, University
We
of
have so many
Dallas.
sectors.
It was like the
the other way around.
University
You were
of
still in Texas.
Dallas.
Oh, okay.
It's not even the University of Texas. It was like University of Dallas. It was like the only place that I could like sign in for get a tour
For a
that
day.
late because they were like, "We'll do a tour any day, anytime. You just tell us when you
You
want
were
to
the
come."
only
Tell us,
person
honey.
on the tour.
Yeah, literally, I was the only person. I don't even remember the tour, but I remember I got that little note, and so, so
And why are you not the CEO of Southwest? I'm just
Right.
confused because that's brilliant.
That's
you
so
know,
smart.
that's
the
scam.
being on
That's
your feet.
scam
That's
behavior.
not even scam because that's like you
No.
use the system.
This-
You still
Uh-huh.
and it would be a scam if you doctored a note from
which
the
which you
Dallas,
have been known
Which
to
which
do.
I
you
have,
do now.
which
Now
I have
you would
been
do.
known to do.
But back then,
But back then,
you actually went through with it. You went on
Yeah.
a campus tour.
Yeah, I actually went on the campus tour, but you know, I have also been in high school. The person next to me designed the tickets for a talent show,
Oh boy!
and I said,
I
"Hey,
don't
will
like where
you
this is going.
will you print out your design for me?" And
Uh-huh.
so I bought one ticket,
Okay.
and then I
Mm-hmm.
had him print me a ticket, but I cut it wrong. And so I gave the printed ticket to my big brother's big sister's little sister. And I said, they won't question you if you hand them a doctored ticket to
doctored
this
oh
talent
my
show.
Oh my
God.
God. Were you in the talent show?
No, for some reason I was taking my little sister, my big brother's big sister's little sister. And you know, I didn't have any
Sorry.
money.
Can you? Why are you repeating? What are you
Big
saying?
brother's big sister's little sister. My
Big
little
brothers-
sister.
The little sister in the organization Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, I was like, what? Sorry, what the fuck is happening?
I was
thought
like,
you
I don't know. Yeah, because it's like not my
the
real little sister.
sister of my big brother, big sister
my
is
big
my
brother's big
little
sister.
sister, right?
Were you ever in a talent show?
Oh my
You
Did you
know,
ever
I
participate?
am
Do you have
so
talent?
talented. I am
She's
so
so
Did you ever
talented.
doctoring-
participate?
Yes,
in a talent
doctoring documents,
Yeah.
honey.
Reading
No.
the fine print. Yeah.
Yeah. But one time I did tell my mom I wanted to try out for the talent show and sing a certain song, and she goes, maybe pick another song. So I decided not to try out.
Was it-
Oh.
Was it Papa Don't Preach? Well,
Yeah.
It was like, and it was some like Get Up Kids emo song. Like, it was not a good song
yes.
for
It
my
was
vocal
Evanescence.
range.
Sure.
Yes.
I was in the talent
Bring me to
show,
life, honey.
and it was a group of 5 of us, and we did a dance to Evanescence.
Of
So,
course.
yeah.
A
Bring Me
contemporary
to
And
dance.
Life. Wake
it-
Me Up Inside.
It was no.
Is it My Immortal? Was it that one?
I think it was My Immortal, but then here's the shtick thing. It went from My Immortal to
Please
A
don't say
mix.
I'm married.
Smooth Criminal by Alien Ant Farm.
Wow.
Oh, so
That-
the
Oh.
yes,
The
yeah.
remix of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I did not
You
choreo-
okay? You okay? You okay, Harry?
We choreographed it. It was
I really
awful
want
on
you to
tour.
reveal that this was like a tap number. Like that's really what I think would
Yeah.
be the
Famously, tap was my best genre of dance when I was in middle school.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got such limber
Ah.
ankles.
That's why I was good at musical theater dance growing up.
Yes, because it's a lot
It's
of
a good
flicking.
transition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flicking the feet.
It's a lot of embellishment.
Yes,
and not
a lot of
technique.
goodness.
Not a lot of technique. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Just a lot of flapping.
A lot
Well,
of flat.
you know, one of the
As long
things
as you
that I
stay
know
on beat.
Casey's talents are is writing a review. Do
I
you
think
have any?
I think we're gonna
Was
go
that
off
later?
on that later. Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of my go off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
we'll
know if
keep
it
we'll
was.
Save
keep
it.
her. We'll keep
But
her.
we know, I mean, we've
I was
offered
I've
our
been so
services.
eagerly waiting to hear what this experience
I
was.
Yeah.
so we
I
were
wish I would have saved the act. I wish I would have copied and pasted the 500 characters I wrote in the review
Yeah.
just
hope
to
it stops
read aloud. But
mid-word.
I can figure.
I was at the grocery
Embellish.
store with Jace on Sunday, and I go, so apparently Casey has a story about a bad experience at Chili's. And he goes, what does she expect? He goes, I just don't understand. Like, she lives in Austin, doesn't she? And
Not
I
even
was like,
a suburb in
not
Austin.
in the city
In
of
the
Austin. He
city
goes,
of Austin.
She lives
the
in
proper-
Austin. Like, it really breaks his heart that you're choosing to go to a Chili's when there are so many wonderful
There's so many
establishments
restaurants
Wow,
to be going
the-
to.
in the city
The
of
boys are
Austin.
reading, honey.
Oh,
The
it was
boys feel
so
comfortable
funny.
reading. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, I can't wait. Can't wait to hear that. We've already offered your services. If anyone has a complaint, Casey will write
It's a
the.
new
Yeah.
tier.
Yes, it's a new
Yeah.
tier on Close Friends.
It's KCGPT.
Yeah. Yes.
KCPT.
KCPT.
PT, honey. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Let's
we got-
trademark that bitch.
I got co-pilot at work, and I'm like, this is.
What? Oh,
It's
is that
another
is
one
that
of-
an
it's
AI?
another one of
Who's-
It's
them.
whose is
another
that?
AI thing where it's like, let
oh.
me read all of your emails and I'll tell you what you need to do or like what you need to remember from your email last week. And I'm like, okay, slay. And it was just like, it was literally like, well, maybe if I needed this for Doge, if I needed to tell the 5 things I did last week, because it was like, you did this, you emailed this person, you finished this. I'm like, great. I'm glad to know that.
Not the
Copilot-
Doge memo.
Yeah.
Everyone needs
Copilot's
to write down 5 things.
things.
5
Yeah.
things you did last week, okay?
And trust me,
Oh
I
my
mean, that thing showed me, but I was just like, well, this isn't helpful because I guess I'm just perfect. I guess I'm just a great employee
guess,
that gets all my
yeah.
stuff done and didn't miss
Yeah.
any emails.
I do think sometimes I do wish that we could jump back to doing these on Zoom so then I can have just Zoom AI like transcribe and summarize
Yes.
the episode for me.
Copilot will do that. Oh, I should have turned it on.
Oh, fascinating.
Oh,
Next
just
podcast.
like summarize this.
Hey, summarize. Yeah.
Wait,
We'll
but
put it-
Maybe
yeah,
I'll
I
see if I
mean,
can turn it on next time.
we've
Let's use
we
it
have-
for the next girly pop episode. How's that?
Miranda and Adam checking on a Zoom. Hi guys, can you see my screen? You guys seeing my screen?
Oh, I
Yeah,
think you're on
and
mute.
I'll circle back
Yeah.
about those dates next week.
Well, apparently because Otter AI is the one that like other people use too, where it like summarizes all of your notes and also transcribes a meeting. I guess I turned it on my personal email. So when I say I'm accepting an event, like for one of my nonprofits, but I can't go.
For one of my nonprofits.
One of my many, because I'm such a non-profitable person.
Just a philanthropist.
Yeah.
It went for me. I like didn't go, and then one of my team members like emailed me afterwards. Was like, "Oh my god, the notes that you sent were great." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I did not go to that meeting." And yeah, it was like RJ's Otter assistant went to the Google.
Your
Meet
Otter
for
came?
me. My Otter
went
came.
instead
It said
of you.
RJ Silva's Otter assistant. And then like sent an email to everyone after the meeting that was like, "This is what you guys talked about. These are like your
That's
action items."
absurd.
So I'm never going to meetings anymore, honey.
That's
It's like,
horrifying, actually.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my god, this was
Wow.
great," and I was like, how do I turn that off?
Is it great?
That's nuts. Wow.
I feel like we're adopting AI too quickly. Like, I feel like it has not been tested enough for us to know
Yeah.
the repercussions of action.
I like
I-
Chat
yeah.
GPT in the sense where it's like I write an email and I put it in and I go, "Will you make this better?" Like,
Yeah. If
That-
I have to describe a 1-bedroom condo, I can say, "Hey, give me a great description of a 1-bedroom condo," and she'll
yeah,
say,
like
"Blah, blah, blah, blah."
exactly. Like I don't think I'm to the point of this Otter and
Yeah, I don't need you to be
Pilot.
taking my place. I'm more of like a Grammarly girl. Like,
I
tell
love
me
yeah,
I
Grammarly's
love a
good,
good.
yeah.
Show me what is awkward. Show me the spell
Yeah.
check.
But the little button for Grammarly really pisses me off. I'm like, "Get out of here. I don't want to touch you. Move."
RJ, I sent a picture in the private chat of your otter. It's at the Toronto Zoo.
Oh,
RJ's
okay.
Otter. Oh,
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
oh.
A new year and a new decade for
Wow.
RJ. Happy birthday to one of our
We'll
best
We'll share this on the
swimmers.
pod. We'll put it on the notes.
Aw.
Aren't the
That's
otters
so
the one where they
sweet.
have to hold hands when they swim away?
Yes, the
Yes.
babies. I love the otter.
They mate for life.
They made for life.
I'm obsessed with otters. Update, Adam. I got the pens from Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Oh God, you don't like them,
Oh.
do you? You don't. Like them.
They're
too thick.
They're too thick to the point where also it bleeds through my planner. Like
Oh,
I can
really?
see it. I should have brought my planner up here. Like you can
Listeners,
see.
this is it.
Wait, that is not the pen I have.
Oh.
That's not the pen I bought.
Why don't I just send you one of my pens in an envelope?
RJ, this is not focused.
I know, I'm
Put the pen
checking
down.
this.
You got to do the make the
You
mua.
gotta do it.
Hey guys, make sure
That
you
is
check
not-
out. No, it's not.
It's not on autofocus though either. So
Precise V10 RT Pilot. You yelled for Jace to get it.
I did. Jace is bringing up a pen currently. Yeah, that is
When
not.
Jace comes up, can you say Casey's recording from Chili's right now? I just yeah.
I'm gonna smile. Hold on.
I was like, if I had time, I would have changed my background.
Jeezy's taking forever.
Oh my
but
god,
yeah,
what use
so
are these men for?
it writes really beautifully, but she's a thick girl.
we went to a bookstore and they had like a wall of pens.
Oh my god! Open the fucking. Casey went to a Chili's again tonight. Why?
Oh yeah, yours is different. Yours is like
Oh
right.
no! Is yours a
Is a felt tip?
cap?
Oh, that's
Oh no! That's not. No! You know no!
turn
I
her.
didn't know why. I didn't know why you just sent her a link.
Oh no!
We were just talking about it on the pod.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll return.
Oh yeah, get your credit back or
my
whatever.
$17 back.
Oh, because you got the whole
Yeah, I got
set.
a 12
You got like
pack.
38 or whatever.
Well, do you have to like return it, or you just say?
Well, let's
refund?
see. I'll go.
I feel
through
like they're
this.
more strict now. I feel like they want you to return stuff now.
Yeah, I haven't had like anything lately that they're like, you know what, just keep them.
The only person that does that sometimes is Target.
But
And I
she's
take
not the
them up
one.
on it.
Share this item in the group chat There you go.
Pilot Precise.
Here, let me see how much it is, and then I'll just send you money for it.
Who?
You.
No, I'll use the pens.
No, I'm making you get the right ones, and I'm sending you money for them.
No, I
Wait,
can
so
buy
this is
them.
it's a 1. Let me try this, bitch.
Return.
Give me a
Anyway,
No, I have some here.
Don't use a post. I don't like those post-its.
The like waxy ones.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Wow, it is so thick. Oh my god, that
It's
is
so
beautiful.
Smooth. It's so smooth.
Look at that. Hello.
Again, it's blurry.
Again, it's
Hello.
blurry.
Again.
Again.
It's not autofocusing. I don't know why you keep trying to do
you
that.
just keep trying and oh, there you go. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. That's much better. I'll show you mine here.
Hello. Thank you, Adam.
I guess okay. It's hard on this, but you can
Oh,
see it
I know the
bleed
pen you have. It's
through.
like a true gel pen where you can see the ink inside.
Yeah.
Do they have do they have that point they come out? Because this is like a roller ball.
Yeah.
This
A
isn't
clicker. She's a
Oh,
clicker.
okay.
This isn't a I thought you have like a fine tip, or it's not fine tipped, but it's like the ones with little. I don't know how to explain it.
You know how to piss off Adam? A felt tip pen, bitch.
Oh my god. Anyway, I went to a bookstore and they had a wall of pens, and I was trying out the different ones, and I was like, well, they have like these expensive ones. Let me see how they write, and they all just like, who's writing with a felt tip pen? Who is writing with a felt?
Teachers mostly.
Oh, for
I have
what
some felt tip
reason?
pens, but it was when I would do color coordinated planner items. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I hate writing with them. I also write fast, and felt
Yeah.
tip pens are not for people who write quickly
That's true.
because they don't drag well.
A drag, honey.
Dragger.
They're for girls who love to write in manuscript. If you love picking up your pen after each individual letter, and you love space between, felt tip pens are
I
for
have
you,
a pen
honey.
for you.
If you're like me and you do the hybrid combo,
Yeah,
I'm a hybrid.
I'm like a hybrid. I lean more to cursive than
I lean.
regular.
Today I lean to the left.
Oh, okay.
Today I leaned over.
Oh.
It's Tuesday.
It's a joke.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
We went to New York this weekend. And
Yes.
we had a blast.
Was it nice out?
It was very windy on Saturday.
It was chilly.
Yeah,
it was warmer
chilly,
in the
windy.
Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
but it was not bad. It was sunny. It was really sunny.
Oh,
which was
yeah,
nice.
that
That's
helps.
good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any.
Let's see. You went to a nice Italian place that wasn't Olive Garden.
Yeah, well,
They almost up to Olive Garden standards.
They almost got us. We were looking right at the Olive Garden. We're like, we could just
pop in.
Full line of Uber Eats pickups. So.
I'm very curious how much the food at the Olive Garden in Times Square is. Like, I want to compare.
Well, they have that pass, or they had that New Year's, that New Year's special, right? It was all you can eat.
Yeah, for New Year.
Yeah.
I mean the regular a la carte menu that's on February
every
8th
day
or whatever.
Yeah.
Or March 8th. I mean,
we almost went to Din Tai Fung, but Adam was like, "I'm not sitting at the bar and wait 2 hours."
No.
For our anniversary dinner.
Well, and also that would have locked us into Times Square.
That's true. We still ate at Times Square, by the way, guys.
No, not really. We ate in Hell's Kitchen. Let's all calm down a bit. We were west of 8th Avenue.
Yeah, one block.
Okay, the distance between the avenues is huge.
It's true.
Adam was forming blisters in his Ugg boots. Because there's so much walking.
So much
walking.
I wore my little Ugg slippers to Oceanside, and those were the only shoes I brought, and that was wrong of me because they're definitely just not a walking shoe in general. So it's just it's not a comfortable experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got.
So that's it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah. So what was like what was in that pasta? How did it? What was it? It was just
So-
inside of
so
a
I'm really
thing of
quick-
Parmesan.
just to go back to this
Let's go
pasta.
back to the I'm still
What-
thinking about it.
Okay, so
This
I
wheel of
literally,
cheese.
we literally were just looking for a place near where we were staying at because we were like, our flight was not till 9, but it was like we still had to have dinner. But then like we wanted to be close to the hotel, obviously, so we can get blah 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 blah. So we looked up like what was near, and there was this pasta place called like Osteria, and then it
Osteria,
was Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
And close friends, when I told Miranda, I was shocked that she knew what it was. So I guess she's known.
I've not gone to the Brooklyn one. There's like 6 locations.
Yeah. But when we walked in, oh my God, we did walk in and we saw like, oh, they have the big parm wheels. So I think they have the pasta, and it was on the menu. You can get the fettuccine. Tableside.
Oh.
So they have they kind of like warm it up, right? And then once it's warm, then they put it in the pasta or in the cheese so that it kind of melts. But while it's warming up on the pan, they're scraping.
They're scraping the bowl
to get a good amount
or
of the wheel. They're scraping in the cheese to get a good amount of pool, so that way when the hot pasta hits it, there's enough to and they put it on the plate. It is so
this
fucking
does
oily.
not need to be done tableside, by the way.
No.
To be so clear, there's nothing interesting about watching them
them carve cheese.
This
but
is
it's
not
just-
like
it's really for the
tableside
game.
guac. Tableside guac is
tableside
easy
guac,
'cause they
absolutely.
mash the thing. It's a whole
Yeah.
performance.
The artistry.
Experience.
Here they're spackling cheese. Which, if that's your art,
But a lot of people have never seen a big wheel of cheese.
That's true, that's true.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
part
the
of
gag of a
excitement.
giant
It's
wheel.
the
There's
gag
a
of the giant
tableside
cheese.
cheese situation. The one you want is the one where they like shellac.
Yes.
the
Oh my
hot
God.
You need the raclette.
raclette.
Absolutely.
It's just
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one you want to do tableside.
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
pasta, which was a fresh pasta, honey, that was fresh, made
In-house.
in-house dough. It was so fucking oily. And I
It was like a pool.
It
No,
was-
that's what I want.
And
That's what I want.
Miranda's
Is a
like,
pool of oil.
this
at
is
the
why-
bottom.
yeah.
oil and cheese, Miranda.
I don't
But it
want
makes
that
me
before a
hurt
flight,
so
though.
bad. Yeah.
I need
Oh,
to be close
It
to
was
home.
great. It was great. It was so good.
And then so there were 2 crazy things that happened.
Were there?
Yeah, so crazy. You would not believe it.
Oh, okay. Don't remember.
We got complimentary sorbet
Oh my god!
from one server. And then when they cleared the table,
We got no. You're not telling this right. You're not telling this right. We finished our meal. We're with a friend of ours who follows our channel. Whatever, blah blah blah. Very very lovely.
Not this channel.
Not this channel. Well,
Listeners.
it is technically on the same channel, but yes, they know what I
Whatever.
mean.
They don't know
Uh,
me and Miranda.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know.
They don't
girls.
know. They have no idea who the hell we are.
Right.
watch them comment, be like, "Excuse
Excuse
me, I'm a
me.
crossover
I'm a
girly."
huge face bias.
Yes,
Um,
I have her light stick. I love her.
a server brings over sorbet, and it's strawberry sorbet.
Ugh.
Again, in-house made. Great,
God.
delicious.
Yeah.
Ate the sorbet. I ask for the check. They go away. The glass is clear. Okay, everything's cleared off the table. This other person brings over the check along with more sorbet for free and free shots of limoncello.
What?
And she was, and like the
Wow.
way she said it, oh yeah, and like this is also on the house too.
This
like,
is on
you
the
guys
house,
really yeah, it's a sorbet, and then this limoncello is just really good. Thank you guys so much for coming. And the 3 of us were fully like, thank you so much.
Thank
oh my
you so
God,
much.
that's amazing.
Wow, love that.
And as soon as she left, we all just started cracking up because
Oh my God. Was it also strawberry sorbet?
Yes, it was
Yes,
the
it was
exact
exactly
same
what, so,
sorbet.
like-
They probably were the same glasses we just like had turned
Oh
in.
my
they
God.
had watched it already.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, those divas need some sorbet, honey.
Amazing.
That
I mean, I ate it.
Bitch, I ate it. That limoncello hits though. Oof. I
Oh,
love a limoncello.
that was
I can't
also
do-
like
I can't do limoncello shots.
Shots.
I can do a
You need
limoncello spritz,
Ooh.
but not a.
probably could have done
not a
this one.
shot.
It was really good. It was really smooth.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Mm.
And then on our way out, because it's a narrow dining room. Okay. There's like one.
And
And the cheese wheel cart is
Oh,
so
no.
wide.
Oh
a
no!
full
It's
kitchen island.
It's a kitchen island that fits two 2 burners and 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's big.
So
She's big.
So it's a 4-burner
Big.
situation.
And this is a restaurant in New York, so it's not like we're like
It's
in
one
a Red
Yeah.
Robin where the aisles are like you can fit 10 down.
So the only like alley that we could walk out of is currently being blocked by the cheese station.
The cheese
The
wheel.
only way to get through is either behind the bar or the
Oh.
row of bar stools. But because there is a pillar right in
There's
between,
like a support beam.
the support beam right in front of the, we had to squeeze our way through the bar stools. And I was the last one, and I had a bag. I had like my bag, a bag in my coat, and one of the bar stools fully toppled on like a date. And I literally did, but I didn't hear it. So it wasn't until I cleared the beam and looked back and saw this man like this bar stool away from him. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I look in front of me and Adam and Lex have fully left the
Yeah.
building. So they have no idea this happened. So I go out, I'm like, I just knocked bar stools on these people. New York's too small. I'll say it.
And it's a hidden gem nobody knows
But
about.
no one
Yeah,
knows
nobody
about New
knows.
York.
Well,
Yes,
you
and
got to
those-
do like in the airplane. You just got to wait till the aisle is clear. You got to wait behind the drink cart, okay?
I'll be
Unless
honest,
you're on an
though.
Allegiant flight, because their aisles are so large on Allegiant. I don't know if
Oh,
you know this. Like, if a drink cart is in, you can walk.
you can
around
walk
the drink
around
cart.
it. That's
That is how
crazy.
large the aisles are. It's
We flew back like a Sun Country WestJet situation
yeah.
powered by United Air.
sure.
And she was a 2-row situation.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
she was two
And
twos.
I felt every latitude, longitude, velocity, every wind.
Princess and the Pea up in
Honey,
here. Every
bitch.
bump.
And the chair is the seat was
Oh, no.
so thin. It was like,
It's so crazy because the flight there, we had like a normal like 3 and 3, you know, a Boeing or whatever,
Screens.
Airbus maybe.
I had
on
a
Sun
flight
Country.
nap.
Screen.
No,
No,
on
this was on
United.
United.
Oh,
It was
So
regular, like
Yeah.
nice, cushy seat, had the headrest that you can like adjust, the whole
Yeah.
thing. Okay, nice flight. Coming back fully like, oh, this is a plane that was
Like when-
made in 2011,
oh no.
and I was like, ugh, it's fine.
I was like,
whatever.
we're not flying from like small town to small town. We're flying
Right.
from New York to
And
Yeah.
it's a
The first to
decently long
third
flight.
largest
It's like
city
a
in the
2.5
country.
hour flight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that okay. So that part I also didn't understand. They said it was 2 hours, but
The flight there was an hour and a half, which was
Oh, we love a tailwind.
bonkers.
Bitch, get me going.
Yeah.
I love when yeah.
Mama, we rode that
amazing.
EAC in
Yes,
the air.
the EAC.
The EAC in the air, you know.
Amazing.
But on the flight back, on the ticket, on our thing, it said it was 3 hours, and then the pilot said it was like 2:10. So I was like, why did it say
On the ticket, I think it said like 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, in no world. And I don't know if it's just because it was the last flight, so they were like, well,
They
just
just
push the
drag it
time
to
all
the
the way
end.
out,
Yeah.
Fascinating.
so that we definitely can't be late and get fined.
Because as soon as we flew, it immediately changed on the app, and I was like,
Maybe just
Mm.
for like
Maybe they took a different
time,
route.
just maybe
This is
just
what
do they add in the extra hour that
No.
no, because
the
we had
time
already
changes?
No. No.
That's what
the
Allegiant
duration on the
The
ticket
duration
was 3
was-
hours and
yeah,
15
yeah,
minutes.
I will never
Oh.
forget flying to California one time, and there was this old lady who would not shut the fuck up talking to anybody, and she looks over at me and she goes, "I can't believe this is only a 2-hour flight." And I was like, "Ma'am, it's a
Hopper,
4-hour."
It was
Hopper,
it Parker
no,
Posey?
Tsunami.
Buddhism.
No.
I was like, "Ma'am, this is a 4-hour long flight." And she's like, "But it says 2."
Oh no,
And I was like,
girl.
Hopper,
We go 2 hours back.
we're going back
So-
in time, honey.
I don't like it when they take into account the time
I
difference.
do always feel like living in Chicago, I'm like, oh, we're like equidistant between New York and LA. And then I get on a flight and I'm like,
It's like,
nope,
oh,
these are
5
two
hours
very
later.
different
Fact.
ways.
In fact, we are not. And it's like you have to take like a weird path no matter. Like it's not ever just like a straight shot, you know?
Yeah, we went through the North Pole. We flew over the North Pole. Are you watching White Lotus, Casey?
I am. I was just watching it before I recorded with y'all. I was getting caught
Is
up
it
from
picking up
this
now?
week.
Yeah.
You
The
saw
mystery.
you saw Lucius Malfoy's Slytherin. Let's say
I did. I did
Is he
see
on
that.
it?
yes.
Yeah, he's the dad. He's Parker Posey's
He's
husband.
Parker Posey's husband.
Yeah.
I think
saw
I've
him.
even like seen him in clips on TikTok, and I have not even pegged
Jason Isaacs.
Mhm.
that being
Unclockable.
him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw his little ding
I
dong.
don't know if it's little, girl. Didn't look little to me.
It was fine. You know.
Oh, okay.
Not
Standards.
asking Casey
Just
comparing
standards and
here.
practices.
Oh.
Casey's like, I've seen better. I've seen.
It was no Nosferatu.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah, a movie we all saw for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Definitely a movie we
absolutely.
all
Casey's
Wasn't it?
favorite
It
movie of the
was. It
year.
was Miranda's favorite.
It's like
2024
top
film.
5. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Top 5 all
It goes
time.
Lion King, Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. Mufasa, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
Um
brother.
Wow, no Oscar for
brother.
that. That didn't win original
Yeah,
song.
Stay
that
away
didn't
from
win.
my brother.
No songs.
No songs from
Sorry,
Moana.
No
Lynn.
songs from
No
Moana
nominated.
songs
too.
for
The
Lynn.
greatest
No, yeah.
songbook of the
Oh.
year.
And I don't know why I have such beef with these two girls.
Moana
I
and
don't-
Mufasa.
No, she means the writers of the Moana songs.
I don't know why I have non-existent.
What was the other
beef
thing
with
they
them.
wrote again? Was it Ratatouille?
The-
No.
No, the Bridgerton musical.
Bridgerton.
Oh, the
Oh.
I
other
don't know why
viral
I have beef with them. I'm not sure.
because the songs aren't good. Would that be
Oh.
why?
Because they,
think-
you know what? I don't have beef with them, so I don't know. But
I have beef with them, and I think it's just gonna make me a bad person if I say it. So I'm just
Yeah.
not.
You
Oh,
need to
you were-
stay
you were bad
vegetarian,
before.
Miranda.
That's true. That's a good point.
Keep away from beef.
I went and saw Mickey 17.
Oh,
And
did you
hear-
like it?
I hear it's not good.
I
Really?
did not like it. And then me and Joe watched Parasite last night because
Mhm.
you know
Bong
by the
Joon-ho.
same
The best, honey.
by
Yeah.
the s- and we Parasite's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It is really sad and weird but
Yes.
Mickey 17 is just weird and bad.
That's what
Like,
I've heard.
It's just which Mary Kate had warned me that she's like, I didn't like it because of the Trump impressions. And I was like, I didn't know anything of
Who's
The
doing?
what?
Is that what? Who's
That's
doing
m-
those?
that's Mark Ruffalo's character. He is a politician.
Oh.
And I
it is
heard it's like written. They were like, these people did not
Yeah.
believe that Trump would win the presidency. when
yes,
they
that's
wrote
what
this
Joe
movie.
was saying. He goes, you
Oh,
can
no.
tell they wrote it thinking he wouldn't win because they say
Yeah.
something at the beginning that's like, oh well, this politician lost 2 elections, but his fanboys won't give it up, blah blah. And the fanboys all wear like dark red maroon hats.
Oh, Jesus
It's like,
Christ.
could we be any more like
Can we not make
on the
films
nose?
about that? Like, I'm sorry. That's
Not
so
ready yet.
triggering. It's so triggering.
And I think my thing is that like that was the problem with the character building. It was just like, you can make a character maybe like this, but you don't actually have to, like, it was too on the nose of like it was like an SNL Trump impression,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
at this point just get
Just get the guy from SNL.
just
We'll just get him.
James Austin, whatever his name is.
Or just get Trump. I mean, Trump's probably available.
He'll
Yeah,
do
he's
it.
available for sure. But like, it was just
He's
like,
not busy.
you could have created a character that maybe had some of the essence, but this just felt like a impression. It wasn't it wasn't its own, like, Toni Collette's character is great. Like, I felt like hers was more fully developed. She's weird too and eccentric, and she's like all about sauce. It's so funny. But like his character is just like, ugh, it's gross.
Hmm.
So, I mean, our Pat's a little weirdo, and I like.
Yeah.
him being
How's
a little
our
weirdo.
Pat?
A little weirdo, and I like
He's
it.
so weird.
But yeah, it was just like,
Keep our Pat weird.
yeah, but like there were people that walked out of the theater and were like, this is one of the best movies I've seen in years. And I'm like,
Well, yeah. I mean, like, it's just, yeah. Well, I also think like But I do think there are some people that are like, oh, it's a satire. So it's like, isn't it crazy how they're pointing to like what's really going on? That must mean it's like great. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
just
it's
watch
just like,
SNL.
I'm not ready for this, you know?
Yes.
Just like nobody wanted to see COVID movies about
Yeah.
COVID, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
We lived it, bitch. We're good.
Bitch.
Biff.
But we did watch Parasite last night, and I was like, man, he can make a movie.
He
It's a
can.
good movie.
Parasite is so good. The tone shift through that movie is insane. Insane. It's a
Mhm.
comedy and then it's a horror film and then it's a drama. It's insane.
Insane.
Miranda would hate that movie.
Miranda, you would hate it.
Did you? I know what it's about. I know. Did you hear that they
It's about
are
parasites.
trimming down the Hollywood premiere of Snow White because of the beef with Rachel and Gal Gadot?
So what is
No,
the
but
beef?
Well, I'll write it down. I'll write it down.
Off pod.
Okay. Oh, I'm like,
Um,
I was like, I don't
yeah.
know anything.
the beef has to do with the war in Gaza.
Their political beliefs
Oh.
are,
About Gaza.
are at
Mhm.
odds.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And famously, Gal
And
Gal
get
used
in
to
Gal.
be
Gal.
was in the
Gal.
IDF. So
Yes, honey.
So yeah. So really looking
and she's
forward
not
to
a
this
good
film.
actress.
She's an awful actress. She's just bad. Like, I'm sorry. I don't understand.
You have to tell me where the stone is.
Yeah, is that what she's
You're
talking
in
to?
grave danger.
That's so dumb.
I need to know where the stone.
Enough champagne to feel denial.
We
I
already
like
talked
Wonder
about.
Woman the first one, but I would not say it's because her acting
majestic
performance is like, yeah. I just think like the movie is good.
You have to give me the stone.
Pedro Pascal was not
I was surprised.
acting in that
I was
vehicle.
surprised they had them present together at the Oscars.
I know.
ABC, honey.
It was miserable to see it happen, honestly.
Yeah.
But also these last couple of weeks I learned that you pronounce her last name Gadot.
Gadot.
Didn't know that.
Godot. What were you saying? Godot?
Godot.
Oh.
Waiting
Godot.
for.
Waiting for.
Yeah, exactly.
I am tired of seeing her little wig all around.
I am tired of the
pictures.
same
Yeah.
clip. The same clip of this
This movie is going to
one
be
song.
so bad.
And everybody is like, why didn't those two boys write the music for Wish?
Why are they making this movie?
Why are they making this film? I'm like angry about it. Yeah.
And it sucks.
And
'cause
apparently
I love Rachel. And I do think Rachel is one day going to win an Oscar.
I
But
think
yeah.
Rachel is extremely talented.
Yeah.
Extremely talented. And it is really upsetting that of all the roles that they could have created for this girl,
Mm-hmm.
they have her playing Snow White.
It's so annoying.
It's so because now they make me not like her as Snow White because of the new music that they've added and the music that I would assume
And the
they are
wig
withholding
gave
from
her.
the film. The wigs, the costumes, none of it is intriguing to me.
No, it doesn't.
Literally
look-
none, in fact.
It's so like, well, we have to do the puff sleeves and we have to do the red, white, or red, yellow, and blue. And it's like,
Do you
I just don't feel they were so burdened by that with Cinderella. And that's why Cinderella is like the best one.
But it's
Yeah,
like and then they
Cinderella's
but, like,
dress was beautiful.
Like, I don't understand why we can't just keep doing these different takes on the films, like Maleficent, like Cruella,
Mhm.
because at least it's something different.
Right.
You know? Like, anytime they're trying to mimic the film and literally recreate it, a la Lion King, a la Beauty and the Beast, it's never, we have so much to compare it to, and there are so many expectations that they're gonna, no matter
If you
what.
want to
it's gonna
make
fail.
live action versions, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again because they're going to keep making them. Choose the movies that are not super beloved in their
Yes.
initial form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an Aristocats live action. People would
Do-
scream.
Do a Black Cauldron live action.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Truly. Do a Hunchback live action, like a
Right.
dark ass Hunchback live
Mhm.
action.
They would never
Man.
go that dark, though. It's true.
Apparently, Alan Menken was doing a concert somewhere this weekend, and he did confirm that he is writing both a musical adaptation of Tangled and also a live action adaptation of Tangled.
Wow. I will
Okay.
say though, her doll looks good. Her
We're
doll.
Her
looking
doll
doll
looks
right
good.
now.
It doesn't look like her.
This doll looks like a 35-year-old woman.
That doll.
This doll is a Kardashian
This
face.
This hair works
Yeah.
on that doll because this doll has a round face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Famously, Rachel Zegler has a very strong
Such-
jawline,
yes.
and it
Yeah.
Such a
the
structured
curve
face.
of like the curling the bob underneath accentuates it and makes it look like it's a
Here's my
And the
Oh.
beef
dress is
about
like too big.
this.
Like
I
it's
was
like,
like, she's gallivanting in the forest in this gown. No, she's not.
It's not even supposed to be a gown. It's supposed to be like at her. Oh my
Oh,
god!
I can't. There are so many issues.
They never ask. This is our
They
third
never
podcast
asked
now.
us.
they never ask
You
us.
guys, we are.
I feel like I would actually be a really good consultant. That's the
I
problem.
think so.
Is that I actually would feel like I have my value there, and
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, you do. What beef did you have with me in ranking of my resorts?
None.
You said you did the crying emoji.
You were like,
Yeah,
lol.
because this was my mini go off. TikTok, you
Oh,
don't
okay,
need to
go off.
prompt people with like
Emojis to react.
It prompted
free-
you?
Yes, it like gives you if you like go in to comment on something on TikTok, not every TikTok, but some stuff it'll just be like the 3 crying emojis, 3 laughing emojis, the 3 like it'll just prompt you that you can just enter those and then comment. And we don't need to prompt people with an
It
A
should be-
response.
Yeah.
People need to come up with their own responses.
Yes.
Because that's why you get the wall of like
Funny
3
comments.
character emojis.
Literally, I was so upset, and I watched it again after I posted it, and after you commented, and I was like,
Yeah,
"What
I was
would
like,
Adam
what was
disagree
controversial?
with? What did
Everything was
he?
right.
What is
No.
he mad at me for?"
Yeah, you were right.
I
Well,
was
that's
so
what I was
confused.
waiting. But it was funny because Adam showed me the TikTok. He was like, "Oh my god, watch this! This is so funny." And then I watched it, and I was like, "That was right."
Yeah,
Adam was like, "Yeah, that was right." I was like,
I was right.
"Oh,
I thought it was funny that she got like so many
so many
shitty resorts in a row.
so many all."
Yeah, I was like,
got to
"Thank
do
you
this.
for all of these." And I was like,
I did agree. I was like, you know what? If of the 3 value resorts that you got, at least it was All Star Movies was the one that you had to put
"That's
in the
true.
Yes,
list.
yes,
That's a good point." I will say, somebody commented, they're like, "I recently stayed because I put Saratoga Springs at 10, and I said it needed a complete overhaul." And somebody commented, they're like, "I recently stayed at Saratoga Springs, and it was really nice." And I was like, "Okay."
No, it's not.
I don't.
But then
believe you.
what's wild is that they then came back and they were like, "We did a split stay with Saratoga Springs and Riviera." And I was like, "And you're here to tell me Saratoga Springs was a nice resort?" Granted, apparently they stayed in a 2-bedroom villa. Well, like, no shit, a 2-bedroom villa is going to feel nice compared to... I was like,
Especially at
I know.
Riviera where the rooms aren't as
Yeah,
big anyway.
right.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that's good. I'm glad that... I thought we had beef.
Oh, you did book
No.
our Riviera room.
Our
Yeah,
Riviera.
no, we're sitting the 3-bedroom.
Right, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, we need 4 because RJ and I can't sleep together.
Oh, of
Mhm.
course.
We're saving ourselves for our
I'll
10-year
call
him.
anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
10 years of marriage.
Uh,
Well,
Should
since
we
I've
continue?
should we
continue
go
to
into
go off
offs?
at this
Continue to
continue this
go off?
energy.
I'll
Yeah,
just finish
'cause-
my actual one.
Oh, great.
Okay. Well, okay. What?
Do you need
We'll
That
save
was your
Casey
real
for
one?
last because I think
No, that
Basie's
was a
gonna be the
mini one
longest.
because I was just
Oh,
annoyed
okay.
about it.
Okay, well then.
This is my real go off.
Okay,
Adam?
well then, Adam, let's go off.
To the sat 2 seats
my
down from
God.
me at 6. Do not sing along with every song in the show. You are a piece of shit. Every time that I was looking over at you, it's because I could hear you singing along to the songs of 6. Go to hell. The worst part is if it was a jukebox musical, I would be like, ugh, it's just some person who doesn't know theater etiquette because they're just here to listen to the songs of Max Martin, and that's why we're here at Anne Juliet together. No, it's a musical. I know you like musicals. That's how you know this music. So you are a musical theater fan. So I know you know better. I should not have to listen to you under your breath sing the songs
Not
that they are singing on stage. You desecrate the American theater when you do that, and you deserve to be put to death. I'm
my
not
God, you're
kidding.
so
You are the worst.
annoying.
It genuinely, this is what I didn't say during our thing. It actually ruined the experience of Six for me because Six is famously an 80-minute show. So it's not even that I was like, well, in Act 2, we can move to a different seat
Yeah,
because
I
like
can
there were
tell an
some.
usher.
No, I can't do anything. I'm trapped here next to this man who has a poster from. He got a poster from the Nintendo store. So it was just like in the way. There are two bears on a fucking date
Oh my
at the Six matinee.
Singing the
I need to calm down.
song.
So you ruined the show for me from an audience perspective. And luckily there were a couple songs that I couldn't hear you, but I knew you were still singing them. And I wish you nothing but the worst in your life.
Yeah.
Because that is like so unbelievably disrespectful to everyone around you. If you're gonna mouth the lyrics, fine. At least I was 2 seats away, so I wouldn't have heard your mouth movements. But like to actually literally sing them is truly insane. Like you are not the only person in this 1,400 seat theater. Like you simply are not. And I know you're not doing it loud, but it doesn't matter. There are people behind you next.
I am thankful I was not in that situation because truly I don't know how I would react and I worry that it would not go well for me.
We had like open seats. Like there was like the couple, me and RJ, and then
And
another
2 friends,
couple
yeah.
to the left of RJ, and then there were a bunch of open seats. But like I didn't want to ruin their show to like get up and
Right.
move around them. And then I was like, and I don't even know if it would be far enough to not hear. Oh, so I just suffered through. Anyway, Six was great. The show is good. I want to be clear. And the
It's a
music is
move-
catchy, and
and
that's
the
why
music
it's good.
is
But you know
catchy.
what?
It's a show that will make you want to just get up.
If
and
I
sing.
can go to
Get up
Wicked and
and
not sing the
Yeah.
songs, you can go to Six and not see the songs.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
restraint, honey.
Show
Restraint.
some goddamn respect. What are we doing? Losing
What are
community?
we
Like,
doing?
did everyone just lose their minds during the fucking pandemic and they don't know how to be in a civilized fucking society anymore? We're not at home. This isn't Netflix.
Also, like, it is playing in movie theaters. Go to the fucking
Go to
movie
the
theater.
fucking movie theater.
Go to the AMC.
Go to your
honey.
I hope
AMC.
I hope you ripped your poster or bent it before you got it home.
Yeah. I hope it was raining outside and it got
And also, we were at a
destroyed.
matinee. You could have gone to Nintendo after the show. Why did the usher have to come by and tell you, hey, you need to tuck that into the row further? It
You
can't,
can't
be
put
in
your
the aisle.
shopping bags in the aisle.
You're so fucking
They had their
stupid.
shopping bags in the aisle, like in the.
Yes.
This poster was like
So
the
big.
width of 2 seats. It
What was the
massive.
poster?
I don't know. It was in a
giant
Nintendo bag.
Nintendo bag.
But it was like clearly a poster. So I'm assuming like some game poster. Fine. That's genuinely fine. But like when we first walked up, they had it covering me and RJ's seats. So they then had to move it in front of their legs. But famously, Broadway houses are very tight. So they are 2 big bears. So they didn't really have room. So they had put it in the aisle of the stairway in the balcony.
God.
And so the usher was like, sorry, this is like a like, what do you do? You can't. No, we have to keep this clear.
This
And he
is
was
an
like,
egress
okay.
issue.
So then they had to finagle it in between their knees and the seats in front of them. And I was like, I mean, sorry, girls, like, go to Nintendo
Go to
at
Nintendo
5
after.
p.m. Not even 5. The show is 80 minutes long. It'll be 4:30 when you're out of here. Go to Nintendo then.
Wow. I agree with everything you said. You are right in your feelings.
So it's so frustrating. I was just like, it's so rude. It's so
so
incredibly inconsiderate of everyone around you.
It's again the people that don't. It's like, how do you not understand that the world does not revolve around you?
Correct.
You have no
Especially a theater
empathy.
person. Especially, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if they're a theater person, they should know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awful.
I know it looks like a concert. We're not actually
We're
at
not
a
an actual
fucking
concert.
concert.
But also at a
Right.
concert, you can't have shit in the aisles either. You can't have your stuff
Key.
in the aisles. You got to keep that clear.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, I hope they got mugged on the train.
Jumped.
Yeah. And also to the little white girl at the Din Tai Fung lobby who was like, they were going to go somewhere else. And they were a little group of like, maybe they were like
4 or 5 white girls.
15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
The one girl was like, oh, let's just take the train because we're going to get there faster than like waiting for an Uber. And the Uber, like traffic's really bad, blah, blah, blah. And the one white girl goes, okay, but if it's scary when we go down there, can we take the Uber anyway? And I was like, you're in Times Square. There is shut the fuck up. Blair Waldorf.
Oh my God.
I hated this trip. I loved this trip, but I was so annoyed at multiple things about this trip.
I'll go really quick.
Go
Go
ahead,
for it.
Miranda.
Please tell me if I'm wrong in this and if I'm being ignorant and I'm just really stupid. Is there a reason that we have to go to space?
No.
Why are people currently living in space? Why do we keep going to space? Why do we keep shooting things into the air that then explode in said air and keep planes from landing because the particles are flying all over the ground? We have enough shit to figure out on this planet. I don't understand why so many, and not just the current administration, why so many administrations put so much time and effort onto exploring outer space. I don't see, maybe like if you need to like check out what the Earth looks like from up there for like an hour, but like I don't know how that works. I'm not entirely, like, I don't think people need to go up there. I think you could send like a little video camera of sorts, a little GoPro for space.
Hubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's already up there. Take the
Right.
photos.
Just snap them.
Katy Perry doesn't need to be up there.
Katy
What
Perry
are
does
we-
not need to go on space.
I just
What do you-
don't
what do you
I don't
mean?
understand
Katy
the
Perry is
concept.
going on a like a Bezos flight, right? Or
I
Bezos-
think everyone is. I don't understand the fascination. I have never understood the only thing that has ever fascinated me was an astronaut ice cream sandwich. That is the only thing that has intrigued me about space.
Yeah.
Great.
Other than that, I don't understand the dollars we are putting in. I don't understand the research that we are doing, how it's benefiting us whatsoever. And please, if someone is like, what are they called? Astrophysicists? Is that what that is?
All
Is
of
that
the,
it?
all of
So,
our
yeah.
reader astrophysicists.
All of our
All of our readers
Of our
who
close friends
are
that are
astrophysicists,
astrophysicists.
please come and tell
They
me
like
I'm a
listening to
stupid
our
hoe.
podcast to be like,
Yes.
see, these are
To
the
make
dumb,
them feel
the
smarter.
idiots
Yes.
that I
This
need
is
to
why
keep
we need
working
to go
for.
to space. Maybe
To
we
get
should
away
send
from
these
them.
four
Get away from
idiots to space. I just like don't understand. And like when they keep talking about it, I'm like, do we care? Why should I care if you discovered something on Mars? Why do I give a fuck?
We went to the moon.
Anyway, we
That's
We
it.
did
We
it.
got it. We did it.
1969,
Right.
not 1968,
But the year
after.
after.
Yeah, that's.
Can I tell you what I read? What I read this weekend. This is gonna crush you. Every
About-
flight, they are testing also like how biological matter exists in space. So each flight that goes up, there's a dog in that flight.
What?
That's what I read.
What are we doing? Why are we going to space?
We don't need to go to space.
Stop going to space and stop bringing our canine forces with you. Ugh. It's so dumb. Ugh, I'm just distraught. Anyway, I was thinking about that the other day. That's
And
all.
it's not only Katy Perry, it's also Gail. Gail King.
Gail's going.
Gail?
Well, I'm gonna give Gail a pass to do it whatever she wants.
She's earned
I
it.
love
But
Gail
why
King.
does Gail want? I don't understand.
What does Gail want?
Tell me, Gail.
I mean, I sent the press release in the chat.
she must have been silenced. I didn't get that.
New Shepard's 31st mission. That is so funny. Gail is in there with Katy Perry. Why?
Why are we sending Katy Perry?
Why are we sending
Why are we
Katy?
Katy, this is the bio of Katy Perry. Katy Perry is the biggest selling female artist
Biggest
in
selling.
Capitol Records history. Okay, what a quantifier.
Okay. Fascinating.
She's a advocate of many philanthropic causes, RJ, just like you, including UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, where she uses her powerful voice to ensure every child's right to
Her
health, education,
powerful
equality, and
voice.
protection in her own Firework Foundation. Who cares?
RJ?
Yeah, I guess mine is still
Still.
just a call to New York. Where's the pizza?
Where
Where
the
is it?
pizza?
I can tell
I
you.
think it's in Sbarro. I think that's where it is. Where is it, Miranda? Because we still couldn't
Prince
find
Street
it.
Pizza is
What
one
is
of
it
my
called?
faves. Prince Street Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of by Little Italy.
Is this like, I don't want somewhere gentrified. I don't want somewhere that it's like, oh, this is a fancy pizza place. Like, I want New York pizza.
Okay, then go to La Industry in Brooklyn.
I'm not going to Brooklyn, girl.
Yes,
That's not happening.
That's what you have to go to Brooklyn. It's so good. It's some of the best pizza I've had. It really is
L'Industrie
iconic.
Pizzeria.
It's
This
so
isn't
good.
what I mean, though. That's not New York pizza.
L'Industry?
That is not giving New York pizza. That is giving we are doing Neapolitan
Napolitano.
Napolitano pizza. I want the shitty pizza, but that it tastes good.
But it
I want the
tastes good.
shitty pizza that tastes good. Where is that?
That's a
You
I don't want the
Sbarro.
plate.
So there
It's
used
called
to be. I'm going to
Sbarro.
tell you, it was right across the street from the Richard Rogers Theater, and it closed down like 2 years ago. I
Oh,
think for health issues.
Oh no.
But it was
They got
so shitty and so good.
Yeah.
It was like my favorite spot to go.
I believe it exists. We had pizza again this weekend, and I was like, well, this is bad. So
She's also it's at Costco. It's at Costco, y'all.
It's at
Sure,
Costco.
it's
The
at
the
Costco.
good pizza's at Costco.
we should find the Manhattan Costco.
Well, we found the Long Island City, the Queens one. Remember, because we drove by it on the first trip on our way home.
I do not remember.
Okay, it's like just north of where we were at.
Where else do I go to? There's a what is the New York pizza place that I go to?
Sbarro.
What is the
I went to
New York
Sbarro, New York City.
pizza place you go?
And it's listen, it's authentic.
It's
Mhm.
authentic.
It's in
It's
New
a New
York.
York slice.
We made it in New York. It's a New York slice. What more could you ask? Okay, Casey.
Casey, we are all
We are all
Oh, we
eagerly
have been
anticipating.
waiting.
Speaking of food,
So, yeah.
Speaking of fine dining, Chili's. I don't know how I end up every time I go to the South Park Meadows location. I end up as a guinea pig for a for a, for a new server who has just finished their training, maybe a little too soon. Like, I
Oh,
think you
no.
could have they need to be shadowed at least until I'm done eating, because they always put us in that last section, and I've got somebody here just looking on that tablet to find the things, and it is just so frustrating because we go to Chili's and I don't listen, all the Chili's got problems, but we get through them. And I was just like, we're not going to the South Park Meadows, or we're not going to the other Chili's because their Diet Coke was bad for a long time. The syrup wasn't right. So we went to the South Park Meadows Chili's. But then you might get good Diet Coke at the Suffolk Village Chili's, but you aren't going to get great service because we sat down and we are waiting. Joe's friend goes to the restroom and then she finally comes over. Because I even said to Joe, I go, why is it that when we come to this Chili's, we always get the crappiest service? And then
And yet you haven't
Yeah, you
stopped
don't
going
stop.
and
to
we
the
don't stop
Chili's.
coming.
Fool me once,
And we just
girl.
keep coming. And so then she comes over and she takes our drink order and Joe gets like a Presidente margarita and I said, "Oh, and we have one more here and he wants an old fashioned." And she goes,
Oh
"Oh, do you want to
no.
wait till he's back to order his drink?" I said, "No, he wants an old fashioned." She says, "Okay." She walks away. She comes back and she goes, "Hey, did you want that drink and pointing to the empty seat, did you want that on the rocks or like classic or like frozen?"
What? No.
And I said
No.
the old fashioned? She said, "Yeah." I said, "On the rocks, like the normal version of
The
an
only
old
way it
fashioned?"
comes in?
Yeah. She said, "Okay," and walks away.
I need to know what she thinks a frozen old fashioned is.
Because I started to think of like the frozen Jack and Coke that I think Chili's
Yeah.
had at some point. So maybe I was thinking that. So then once their drinks come, Joe gets his Presidente margarita and she comes and she's got the shaker and she's walking, shaking it. I'm like, maybe let's just walk. She's walking, shaking it to
I
show
don't
that
know.
I've got the
I don't-
Presidente
I think many
margarita.
people can walk and chew gum at the same time, but I don't know if you're one of them, sweetheart.
Yeah. And then so then
shaking it.
shaking it. She's shaking it. And then she comes, she pours it for him. And then I see another drink on her tray. And I think, that's not an old fashioned. She
Oh,
sets it
no.
down in front of Ryan and he goes, "Oh, this isn't mine." And she goes, "No, you didn't want the classic margarita?" And he said, "No, an old fashioned." And I said, "Yeah, we asked for an old fashioned." She goes, "Oh, I thought you wanted it classic." And we're like,
What?
"No, we said an old fashioned. It's like a drink." So then she's
Oh,
okay,
she thought you were saying classic.
like a
You
classic
Saying
margarita. We never
old-fashioned.
I know
Oh,
she's
no,
thinking
she
that
She didn't know what an old fashioned was
You-
at
She thought the
all.
term
the
old-fashioned
term
meant
old fashioned meant classic because it's
Yeah.
old. It's a oh no.
Oh, no.
So then she walks away, and then the manager comes over and he goes, "Hey, just confirming, what drink did you want?" And he was like, "An old fashioned." And he's like, "That's what I thought." She's new. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
New to planet
New to-
Earth?
yeah.
She
I'm
just
like,
got off the
Just
mothership.
like-
yeah.
So sorry.
From
Exploring
Mars, you
space,
know.
and she
Right.
just
Yeah.
went in.
You heard about that shuttle that exploded? Well, she was
She
on
was
that.
on it.
Yeah.
So she's looking for a
he's
job
like,
right now.
he's like, "Sorry, I'm gonna get this handled with the bar." So then she comes back over. She apologizes. We said, "No big deal. Let's go ahead and order our food." We order all our food, and we're sitting there, and then the food arrives, and the drink has still not arrived. So
Oh my God.
we
'Cause
ordered
the
the
bartender
new.
doesn't know what it is either.
We ordered the new drink before she even came over and took our food order, but the food now arrives, and to the runner, Joe's friend goes, "Hey, just can you check on my drink? I had a drink coming from the bar, and it's still not here." He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then then the server comes over. She goes, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'm. It should be here in any second." So then the manager comes by and goes, "Yeah, sorry. It just got really slammed. The bar got really slammed."
No. I
Um,
promise you that is never the excuse a
No.
person wants to hear.
It is
Uh-huh.
an ice
And
cube.
also, it's like when you've had an issue, the manager should have stood at the bar and said, "Hey,
Hey,
we fucked up this drink.
we fucked this
Can
up.
you
Let's
make
make it.
me an old fashioned real
And
Make
I'll
it
bring
right
it
now,
over.
and I'll bring it
and
Yeah.
I'll bring it over." Yes.
Yeah.
But the manager finally comes over with this old fashioned and he's got it in his hand And he
Oh,
sets it down.
no.
He's like, sorry, I couldn't find the big ice cube. So it's got 4 little Chili's ice cubes in it. Just like half melted ice cubes in it. It is so funny. And it's just like,
They were
okay.
waiting for that ice to freeze the whole time. That's what they were waiting
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. And so then whatever, it's all fine. And then we get to the check. And
I mean, to be fair to
Say
Chili's,
what I'm about to say. Go
I
ahead.
would never order an old
I was
fashioned
gonna
at a
say,
Chili's,
to be
at an
fair,
Applebee's,
ordering an old fashioned at a
TGI
Chili's
Fridays.
it's asking
Bold.
for
It's
something.
bold.
That's a Chili's specifically is a margarita or a Corona. That's what I'm getting
Yeah,
at
that's
a
it.
Chili's.
a bottled
You know,
beverage
yeah,
or
A
A
Tecate,
sody.
a
Not
Modelo.
even
Yeah.
not even a diet soda at the other location.
yeah.
The syrup was wrong.
Yeah, the surf was wrong. But anyways, and at one point Ryan, like, he was like, "Oh, just for," he said to the waitress, because she was young. He was like, "Just for if someone orders it in the future, it's this drink here because it's on the menu as a Maker's Mark old fashioned.
It's on
It's on the menu.
It's
That's
on
Oh,
the
then
menu."
they don't have an excuse. Then they
Yes.
actually don't have an excuse.
And she was just like, "Oh yeah," like acted like, "Oh yeah, duh, of course." She was like, "Oh okay, yeah," and he was like, "Yeah, she didn't want to hear that." I was like, "No, she didn't." But
did you
so
have your food at this point?
and so then it comes time to pay the check, and
How was
I
the
get the
food? Can you at
Ziosk.
least tell me the food was edible?
Did you get a cheese pull?
I got a cheese pull. We
I'm
got
happy.
God.
I got
too.
cheese pull, so everything was
Yeah.
fine. Food wise, fine. It was funny though because Ryan also ordered just a cheese hamburger with ketchup and mustard. He was like, "I don't want cheese,
Oh my
just
God.
ketchup and mustard." And she was, "You don't want any other stuff, just uh the burger and the ketchup and mustard." He's like, "Yeah." And I looked at Ryan and I go, "You ain't." I go, $10 says you do not get a bun, but he did get a bun, so we were good there. I was like,
Yes, you're gonna get a plate, a pool of ketchup and
Uh-huh.
mustard with a patty on
with a
it.
patty, yeah, because I think she said just patty and the. I was like, "Oh my god, you're not gonna get a bun," but he got a bun. But so then we get the Ziosk, and I quickly look at
Oh
it.
yes,
Yes.
Miranda's
Mhm.
very,
Love
very
her.
Miranda knows. I
And
quickly
burst.
look at it, and it's got 2 checks on it. I'm like, "Great, she's separated
Oh
already."
my God, I'm remembering you just went to
She
Chili's
just
like
went-
2
yes,
weeks before this.
Yes.
Casey, what
Yeah,
the
but
fuck is wrong with
in another
you?
state.
Hey, that's
A
different.
different
Adam.
franchise.
Yeah.
Of course.
Different.
But then the second check is just for that classic margarita.
Okay.
And
like
so, and I'm like, and I kind of, she walks by and I mention it to her. She goes, "Oh, you don't have to pay that one, just the first one." So then I look at the first check and I'm just checking it as I do.
Of course, yeah.
And it's
Sure.
got 2 old fashions on it.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, "Hey, we're going to need to get this fixed. It's got 2 of the old fashions on it."
And
can
it should have none because you messed
should
it
have
up.
zero,
so you should
right.
have
it
charged
should
me
have
for it.
0. Yeah, and I said, "Can you?" So then the manager has to come back over.
This
And I
is
was
the
like,
third time this
This is
manager
the
had
third
to
time the
come.
manager has come over, and so I'm like, "Hey, yeah, it's got 2 old fashions." He goes, "Oh yeah, I think she just was clicking it. She clicked it twice, blah blah."
Oh
Then
my
why didn't
god!
we get
Well, no
why didn't we
shit,
get the
that's
second
how
old
that happened.
fashioned? Like, yeah, and so then
And also stop making
I say,
excuses.
and
Stop
also
making excuses. Stop blaming this girl. Yeah,
Right.
she might be making these mistakes, but you are
Just be
literally
like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that."
yes. Oh my
just
God.
take over at this point, yeah, because
Take
finally,
over.
and I am having to direct them. I'm like, "So can you fix this and go ahead and put it on 2 checks because you've got this other ticket on here." Since they split it into 2 tickets, I couldn't separate it further so we could
Oh.
pay separate. I said,
Yeah.
"So
Oh my
you need to fix
God.
this and give us 2 tickets, please, just so that we can pay it whenever." And so then we finally paid. And it's funny is at that time too, the manager was going around touching tables, and I go, he didn't come to our table because he done knew they fucked up there. And I was just like, at no point did the manager be like, you know, "I'm so sorry about all the mix-ups tonight." Nothing like that. He was just like,
Not
"Oh
even
yeah,
like,
yeah,
here's
yeah."
a dessert for the
Yes.
table.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
And they have these little $5 like comeback. They call them comeback cards. Or at least that's what I heard from inside, from the biz.
Oh my God.
For Chili's, they have a $5 gift card that they give you as like, "Hey, sorry we fucked up. Please come back." And did not get any of those.
$5 is not going to give you. First of all, that's not going to buy you. That's going to buy you a diet soda. That's
Yeah.
what that's going to buy
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and it costs you nothing because it's just guaranteeing that they're going to come back. Because when they
Correct.
fucked up before, they gave me 4 of them, and we used every single one of them. And so then, and also he could have offered, "Can I get you a Diet Coke for the road for your troubles?" Nothing.
Anything.
Right.
So when I got home, I just went to chili's.com. I sent in my
I need you to read this email.
Well, I sent in my comment and I just said everything that went wrong. And I said, "I do not understand how I keep becoming the guinea pig for these trainees." And I said, "It seems like they're being left to their own devices before they're fully trained and ready."
Wow.
You
say
know,
that.
So I do think that they do need a little bit of additional training, but also the manager did not offer a refill, did not offer a to-go drink, did not offer a gift card or comp anything. And they have written back. And let's see if I can find the email, because it's
She's
like
so popular. Yeah.
I'm just so popular. I've written to so many companies in the last.
Yeah.
I know. So many
KCT
class action
is
lawsuits.
really popping.
Yeah.
She can't keep
Brinker
track
Guest
of
Relations. Thank you for taking the time to contact us regarding our South Park Meadows Chili's. We certainly appreciate you taking the time today to provide us with feedback. Please accept our sincere apologies for your experience. We work hard to maintain the highest standards that our reputation is built on.
Hard.
It is very disappointing to hear that we did not meet your expectations.
Uh-huh.
And they would like to obtain additional details so we may better address the issues at the
Good.
restaurant.
Okay.
At your
That's
earliest convenience, please reply to this email with the check number from your receipt. If you cannot, in lieu of the number, you may provide the last 4 digits of the debit credit card if one was used. And so I will be sending in those last 4 digits because it's just like, come on, guys, all you gotta do is just hand me a to-go Diet Coke, and I would have been happy as a clam skipping out of there. But
and it would have just been a funny ha-ha story and not a
Yeah.
and
not
I
a
go, "Why do we
complaint.
keep going to this damn Chili's that sucks?" And
Well,
Joe was
that
like,
you do need to sit and think about that, Casey. I
and
do
Joe
think-
goes,
Casey,
you
the
need to
call is
reflect.
coming
Look
from
within.
inside the
Let's
house.
look within here.
"But what are we gonna do?" I mean, but Joe goes, "What are you gonna do on the podcast if you don't have any more stories
Yeah, of
at
course.
these shitty
Yeah,
Chili's?"
and
Yeah,
it's so hard. I mean, in Austin, where
Miranda
you have
travels-
Tex-Mex.
to talk about.
Yeah, Miranda travels to Disney for the pod.
Yeah.
I go have a annoying experience for the
Mhm.
pod. That's just what I
Yeah.
bring. To
Adam
the
brings up a
table.
conspiracy theory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the pod. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I said, "You know what? No more of the South Park Meadows Chili's. I'm
Or
standing on business there."
all
Ooh.
Chili's.
Ooh.
All Chili's in the Austin
Wow.
metro area.
Wow.
I don't know if that
I
doesn't resonate.
I don't. I mean, I guess we
That's
could
not
go to the
her
Twin
journey.
Peaks instead, but
Right. Mix it
it's just
up.
not
Mix
the
it up.
same. Yeah.
Go
So.
to a Hooters before they're bankrupt. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, give those
Sure.
girls something to talk about.
give 'em.
Honey.
Let's give
Wow.
Your Diet Coke's not working, honey. You need to fix that syrup.
Ma'am, we close in 3 days forever. We don't need to fix anything.
We're basically just shooting dirty water into your
Yeah.
cup at this
Do you
point.
want to buy the soda tanks? Because we're selling everything. Let's go.
Honestly?
Shooting dirty water is
Honestly,
a
that might
horrendous
be a good
phrase.
investment.
Just buy a
Maybe.
bar, like a bar.
I
gun
wouldn't
soda
have to
gun.
walk out of the 7-Eleven
No, just go.
empty-handed because they did not provide me with the level of
Oh my
service I was
God.
hoping for.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Also, I got to get a damn temporary crown tomorrow.
Well, Adam needs to finish his
Adam,
work.
you got to get back
Mental
to your
work.
I think
grave.
RJ needs to worry about his own life and let me worry about mine. How about you worry about your gout?
It's
what
hand-
about your goat?
But what about your
it's
gout?
handled.
It's handled.
It's handled.
Happy for you.
Okay, great. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget, if you loved this episode, you'll love the 3 bonus episodes we do for $5 on Close Friends. That's our Patreon. Patreon.com/Did You Read the Group Chat? This month, okay, we just released the Y2K episode. We just released Y2K. We're doing it all over again.
Uh-huh.
So reset your clocks.
Yeah.
In honor of the time change.
Yeah, in honor of the
In honor-
time
yeah.
change, we did a little early 2000s nostalgic dive. Next week you will get 6, the brand
Broadway.
new musical,
What do we call it? Broadway beats.
the Broadway beat between the Broadway beats.
Bitches.
Bitches,
Mhm.
honey.
Oh,
Us
okay.
3. Where we talk about Adam and I's trip to C6 on our 6th wedding anniversary.
And International Women's Day.
And on International
And
Women's Day,
International-
honey.
Honestly, the perfect show to see. On
And how would you describe that trip, Adam? What 3 words would you say?
I would say it's sexy, it was sassy, and it was sensational.
And if you're on Close Friends, you saw that video, honey.
You'll know it, babes.
Know it, babes.
You know the ref.
And then at the end of the month, we're closing it out with more nonsense. Girly Pop is back. Miranda, Adam, Hot Mike,
Hot new girly
Hot
pop.
mics. Hot
4
mics.
hours. You never know where
Who
it's going to take.
knows? We never know.
How long was the last one? Like an hour and a half?
It was
It was an hour and a half.
It was an hour and a half.
And
it was
like
not
40
3 hours.
It was not
You're
3, Adam.
stupid.
Oh my God, help.
Oh, it was.
I will say in April, because we didn't know what to talk about this month for Close Friends, I did for the pod. I did book a cruise.
Oh,
Mhm. She
it's
did
an
that for
hour and
us.
47
It was an
minutes.
hour and 47 minutes.
And we covered 43 topics.
I listed every single topic that we
That's what you
covered.
did. And
And-
9/11 is right in the middle. So,
Right in
you
the
don't
middle.
start with it, you don't end with
No,
it.
Right.
no.
You gotta
Sprinkled
wait.
in,
Comes
Right
yeah.
up.
in the middle.
Who knows when?
Otter. I mean, we're gonna get the otter to do the.
To the-
RJ's otter is
Yeah.
gonna do
We'll
the.
bring the otter in.
Yes,
Bring
you'll have
the
a
otter
special
in.
guest, RJ's otter assistant. Oh my
And that's
God.
not just me when I get more hair. Okay.
Oh my God.
Gross.
I'm done.
So don't forget, thank you, girlies, for tuning in. Thank you, girlies, for speaking your truth with us today.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
Are you gonna have to bleep me?
yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep some words from.
Sorry.
Yeah, Chili's.
We're not even giving them airtime. We're not platforming Chili's.
No, of course not.
I have to blur.
Brinker International.
Brinker guest services.
I have to blur Casey's face and put a voice changer on.
Yeah,
it, so
yes.
it's so-
Hello. I was
emailed
recently at the
Joey.
Chili's.
In South Park Meadows.
All right, thanks, girlies.
And my experience was not sexy. It was not sassy.
And it was not
sexy.
Saturday.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Group chat. Bye. Oh.